Welcome back to another episode of Living the Standard, the podcast for those who refuse to settle for average. I'm your host, Brandon Hogan. Each episode we talk about raising your standard in the gym, in business, and in life. Today I want to take a little pause in telling the story of how Bar Raising Fitness got started. We'll for sure dive back into that in a couple weeks because let me tell you, once we got our first facility, only months after starting up in my garage, the story does get even more interesting. And looking back on it, it was a wild journey the first few years of opening that facility with no clients, no money to build the company. And looking at where we are today in a very short amount of time, it's pretty wild. So definitely don't want to miss that when I dive back into that in a couple weeks. But also, pardon my voice if it sounds a little off. I am getting over a little cold I had the last couple days. So sorry if my voice sounds a little funky. But yeah, with the holidays coming up, I thought I would share something that I've been thinking a lot about this over the last few months, and it's pretty simple, but do the right thing. I know it sounds pretty broad. It is a broad statement, and some of you are probably thinking that you don't want to hear me talk about this, but hear me out. With so much craziness going on in the world, I believe now more than ever, we as normal, everyday people in society should be doing the simple things that we can to make the world a better place. Things that we can control each day, like having manners, saying please and thank you, telling people have a nice day, asking how they're doing if you have a quick interaction with them, like at the gas station or waitresses, really anyone. Then if you have kids, which me and my fiance hope to have kids in the near future, teaching them proper manners. Like, it's crazy the amount of young kids today that have absolutely no manners. Actually, it's even crazier to me how many adults don't have manners either. But, like, getting back to kids, they're at least young and still don't fully know better yet. Like, I was not the best kid growing up, and I for sure had my moments where I was disrespectful to some adult or didn't listen. But we as adults, we no longer have the excuse of being just a kid. We also should not allow kids to be disrespectful, especially out in public. Sometimes they need correcting and they need to be told that this will not fly here. Like, I remember growing up, would always hear the simple phrase, "What do you say?" Then I would respond, "Please," or respond, "Thank you." Like that simple phrase that I'm assuming some of you heard all the time growing up. But I feel like that has or is continuing to fade away. This is something that I never accepted when training kids at Bar Raising Fitness. Still don't. Like, I don't let disrespectful behavior slide during any training session. I try to keep everyone zoned in, having them make eye contact if I'm teaching or explaining something. Just staying respectful to me and staying respectful to others if they're in a group or it's a large group program going on, or if there are just other sessions taking place too. And believe me, there's been plenty of times I had to talk to a kid, let them know that this is not acceptable here. And honestly, after having a serious conversation with them, no matter how old they were, like from third grade, middle school, high school, after that conversation, they no longer were disrespectful after that. And actually, they were more engaged and they had fun training. So yeah, just having that talk with them that this is not acceptable and it will not fly here. I think that's huge with kids. But anyways, getting back to adults, like, it really blows my mind how many grown adults have no manners. Like, obviously kids won't have manners if their parents don't have manners, or if adults they're around don't have manners. Like, it increases the chances of those kids not having manners and being disrespectful, because kids are typically a product of the environment that they're around. And to me, it seems like adults are losing their ability to have good manners and be respectful, which I will say, like, the area I live in, there's still a majority of people around here. They are kind, respectful to others. Most people in the small area that I live still actually do have manners, and there's a way higher chance that you'll run into someone here who is respectful than you are in most other places. I will say that. But it still feels like it's slowly fading here too at times. Again, just talking about like the most basic and simple things like saying thank you. For like if someone holds the door open for you, take a half a second, look at them and say thank you. I mean, you don't even have to look at them, just say thank you. This one always bugs me. And actually, for as long as I can remember, it always kind of bothered me because I'm typically always a guy who will grab the door and hold it open for someone. Or if I see someone coming in right alongside me, or if I'm leaving the place, I will always hold the door open, or at least make sure that their hand has a good hold on the door so it doesn't just fly back at them. And honestly, this is one of my biggest pet peeves, is when someone walks through the door that I just held open for them and they say nothing, or they're texting on their phone. Like, I did not have to do this for you. It's just who I am and how I was raised. Be kind, be a gentleman, hold the door open for someone so it doesn't smack them in the face. Pretty simple. But just say thank you when I do hold the door open for you, or when someone else holds the door open for you. Just say thank you, which I'm the type of person that if you walk in without acknowledging even a little bit that you appreciate the kind gesture that I just did, not even a little head nod to say thank you, then I say out loud in a very calm tone, but make sure it's loud enough so they can hear me. You're welcome. I personally don't understand how someone can't say thank you if someone does something for them or gives them something. It's simple things like this that if we all made more of an effort to do, or effort to spread this awareness that this is what you do, like when you're teaching kids, we can spread that kindness and positivity. If someone is providing you a service or has helped you out, even if it's the smallest task, like you just dropped your pencil and someone bent over to pick it up for you, whatever it is, they were respectful to you, give them the same respect back. Like, it's simple to me, and I just think it would go a long ways. And to kind of go along with that, it always bothers me when people are disrespectful to their surroundings out in public. Like, I don't care what you do in your house or in your private time, that's on you. But when you are out in public, respecting the people and the environment around you is a must. And I think it's required. I can provide a ton of examples with this, but let me just throw a few out there, and I'll continue to stick around the most simple things, because that's kind of the theme of today's topic, the simple things we can do. Things like when you're shopping and knock over an item on the shelf, bend down, pick it up, put it back on the shelf. After you're done shopping and you unload your cart into the vehicle, don't be lazy. Walk that cart back to the cart dock and put it where it's supposed to go. Stores, they've made it so easy for us by putting a ton of cart docks out in the parking lot. And if they don't have them in their parking lot, then walk it back to the store and put it back with the other ones. Like, you're the one that chose to take the cart out to your car, so put it back when you're done with it. You, for one, not only raise the risk of someone hitting that cart with their car if you do leave it out, but you also are being extremely disrespectful to the workers of the store that you just shopped at. That store is able to function properly because of their workers. Typically, the workers who gather their carts outside, like, typically they aren't the best paying jobs. At sometimes, like, they're pretty crappy conditions with the rain, the wind, cold, snow, but someone has to do it. And if they didn't do it, the store would either close because they have no help, or they won't allow carts to go outside anymore. So why not be respectful and help them by simply putting the cart back with the others, or in the designated area that they can gather them quickly and bring them back for other customers. Like, another thing I don't understand is, like, how many people just throw trash on the ground? Like, just throw it away. There's garbage cans everywhere. Leave it in your car until you get to a gas station or get to your house and throw it away. If you're outside, hold on to it until you find a garbage can. Do you smoke? Instead of throwing it on the ground, throw it in a bottle or put it in an ashtray to throw it away. Like, the ground's not your ashtray, and the ground's not your garbage can. Like, if you're at a baseball game or a concert and you choose to get a drink or have food, simply walk your butt to the garbage can and throw it away when you're done with it. Like, respect the people around you, the workers who have to clean up your garbage. Respect the environment by throwing your garbage away. If you see garbage on the ground, pick it up and throw it away. It's something so simple that over time, if everyone did it, then the streets and the sidewalks would always be clean. The animals would be better off because they're not getting harmed by our garbage. Like, it's just the right thing to do. This is another thing, for some reason, it really always bothers me to see it. And quite frankly, I've had enough of it. Like, just this past August, me and the fiance were at a concert, and there was this guy probably in his upper 40s or low 50s, if I had to guess. But he was a couple people in front of us, and it was just standing. We weren't sitting or anything, no bleachers. It was outside. And he kept throwing his beer cans on the ground behind him. And I remember one of them mustn't have been empty or completely empty because it sprayed all over this lady's leg who was right behind him. And first off, I don't know how the man of the lady who got sprayed on, how he didn't say anything to the guy because he saw it. But anyways, the guy who doing this turned around and started walking past me, probably to go grab some more beer, use the bathroom. And I looked at him and, again, in a calming tone, said to him, "You know there is a garbage, right?" And I remember him turning to me, looked like he was about, looked at me like I was saying something as like a joke, like a little smirk, about to let out a little chuckle. But I just stared at him, waiting for a response. And once it clicked to him that I was serious, he started stuttering, well, there's other people that are doing it too. And I just continued to look at him, didn't give a response to that excuse. Then he didn't say anything. He just walked back, picked up all of his beer cans, and threw them away. There was a garbage pretty close to us. And I remember the lady who got sprayed by one of his beers turned and said thanks to me, and she said that she couldn't believe that he didn't have any awareness to the people around him. And granted, this was in VIP too, so there was plenty of room in there, and there were so many garbage cans all around us. So no real excuse for that. But yeah, I just personally think that we as people should put more effort and put more attention back into being kind to each other and treating others with respect. For one, it's the right thing to do, but also I believe if we do our part with that, it'll spread to others. More and more people, more and more kids will start to do it. Kids, when they get older, they'll start to be more kind and respectful and have manners. When you see someone disrespecting someone or not doing the right thing, mention something to them. If your kids are being disrespectful, correct them. Like this, I think this will go a long ways in just making the world a better place. But that's all I have today. I just wanted to touch on this before the holidays because, like I said, I've really been thinking about this lately. And me personally, I think it's an area that we should start putting a little bit more focus back on and start teaching it again to our kids. But anyways, I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. And until next time, keep raising your standards.